to our meditation time. It is so good to be back with you in these moments to share together before our day comes to an end and the new week starts. So let's just get to a spot where we are comfortable. Just settle in, get into either a seated position or a laying down position that feels good for you. And just allow your eyes to gently close and let your breath just come. Don't try to control it just yet. I want you just to observe. What does the breath feel like in this moment? Depending on how busy you have been today and this weekend and the days ahead or the days before will all determine what that breath feels like in this moment. And so just notice. Notice the rate of the breath. Notice the depth of it or the shallowness of it. Notice where it's either in your chest or maybe it's in your belly or somewhere in between. Notice where the pause is right between the inhale and the exhale. Just notice. A couple more rounds. And then begin to sit a little taller or lay a little straighter wherever you are, and allow yourself to now have a little more control over that breath. So take a long, slow, deep breath in, drawing in as much amazing air as you can. And then when you can hold no more in, gently let it go. Long, slow, deep breath in. Take in as much as you can, and then gently let it go. One more like that. Long, slow, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then as the breath continues to come, you can keep that pace. You can slow it a bit. You can allow it to return to a little bit different pace. But what I want you to do is notice now, how do you feel? From just those few moments 3 breaths ago, from now to this moment after the 3 breaths, how do you feel? I know our breath is not this perfect science that cures all that worries us and lessens all that causes us frustration, but it does allow us to come back within. And so I invite you to turn your focus inward. Instead of focusing on all the things you still have to do today, the things that are coming tomorrow, the things that are burdening your heart and weighing you down, turn your focus inward. Almost like you can see the breath filling yourself up. And you can almost just see the lungs beginning to deflate just a little bit as you breathe it out. Make that your focal point as you look inward. What I want you to feel in this moment is the control that you have. You don't have control over all the things you still need to do today, and you don't have any control, any more than I do, over what's coming tomorrow. But here in this moment, you have control of the inhale and the exhale. And so over the course of these next few days, I want us to find different things in our lives for which we can be grateful. Not because it's November, but because research shows us that people who live from a spirit of gratitude are healthier, have stronger immune systems, sleep better, and have better relationships. And so today, I want us to be grateful for the breath, for the reset that it gives us, for the anchor that it is in our lives. But at the same time, I want you to be grateful for the sense of control that you feel as you take that deep breath in and you fill yourself up, and how you decide when it is, just the perfect time, and you let it all go. You are in control. So I encourage you, whether you're lying down or seated, just bring your left hand and place it right in the center of your chest. Feel the physical movement of the breath coming in and out. And then if you feel comfortable, let the right hand come somewhere around your belly. And again, just notice the in and the out. The control coming from you as you breathe. And I want to share an affirmation with you as we spend these few minutes together. It is simple, but it is one we can return to again and again. I am grateful for the anchor that my breath is. I am grateful for the anchor that my breath is. I am grateful. What a beautiful way to start your sentence. I am grateful. And then you are validating the fact that you recognize your breath serves as an anchor. You can feel it right there underneath those hands. Let's take one more slow, deep breath in. Feel the way your hands lift just a bit as you breathe it in, and then feel the way the hands just relax into your body as you breathe out. And then either allow them to come and rest on your legs or rest alongside you if you're lying down. I am grateful for the anchor that my breath is. And before we sit quietly and just spend these couple of minutes together, each in our own beautiful present moment of awareness, I first want you just to turn your attention to tomorrow. Just look ahead to tomorrow. Look ahead to what's on your agenda, what's coming for you once you wake up and the new day begins. What are the predictable things that always come on that day of the week or that point in the month? What are the things that you know you'll have to interact with, the people that you know you'll have to communicate with, the paths that you know you'll have to walk? And then think, where are those spaces in my day tomorrow where I'm not real sure what's going to happen? There's empty space on my calendar maybe, or there's something unknown that I've been sitting with for a while, or there's a relationship that maybe is not right where I want it to be, and I might have to work through that a bit tomorrow, and it feels really unknown. So just think, for tomorrow, what are the unknown spaces in your day? And then I would like to propose that we look ahead to tomorrow. Even though we are doing our very best to be present and aware here in this moment, let's look ahead to tomorrow and be grateful that no matter what is coming that we already know about, we have an anchor. We have an anchor. And for all those unknown spaces where we're not sure what's coming next, it could be a little thing like you don't know the traffic pattern that you'll encounter tomorrow depending on when you leave for work. That could be your unknown. It could be that you're waiting on an evaluation or feedback from something that you've done in your professional life, and the feedback is still unknown. It could be anything. But even then, we have an anchor. No matter what our day puts in our path, the breath never leaves. Oftentimes we allow the external circumstances of life to cause the breath to become labored or forced or scattered or frenzied. But the breath that we're hanging on to in this moment right here, let's let that kind of breath be our anchor. We talk in yoga often about this victorious breath, and what it's really saying is that as I control the breath in and I control the breath out, I can feel victorious over the control that I have. And then that control can transfer into all those unknown and maybe not pleasant, maybe not positive parts of life. I can't control those things, but I can certainly control my breath, which then will control my response. So let's take a couple more long, slow, deep breaths together. So just take it in right here. Long, slow, deep breath in. And then instead of me telling you, you decide when it is enough and you open your mouth and just let it go. One more long, slow, deep breath in. And again, when you decide it's time for you, open that mouth and let it go. I am grateful for the anchor that my breath is. I am grateful for the anchor that my breath will be tomorrow. Let's just sit together for the next couple of moments in a spirit of gratitude. Each time you feel the inhale come in, remind yourself that you are grateful. Each time you feel the exhale go out, feel the way the gratitude just runs through your cells, through your veins, through your body. And as you hear that sound, just bring your attention back to the space we're sharing together, but just sit there or lie there with your eyes closed just a bit longer. Our meditation practice does not insulate us from the unknowns and the stressors of life. It doesn't insulate us from what Mondays bring, but it does give us tools for how to navigate every bit of it. And it starts with the breath. Sometimes the present moment seems too far away, too abstract for us to try to hang on to and to live within. So we start with the breath. We start with the inhale and we start with the exhale, one breath at a time. And then eventually that breath helps us to understand the power of presence, helps us to have greater awareness, and so on and so on and so on. But for today, each of us, let's be grateful for the breath and the anchor that it serves in our lives in this moment, and the anchor that it will serve tomorrow if you will allow it. You're going to breathe. Why don't you make it on your terms? One breath in, one breath out. I'm grateful for the anchor that my breath is. Namaste.